Heart disease and strokes are driven by multiple factors and are often linked to diet and exercise. There are also a hidden genetic risk many don't know about. 1 in 5 people worldwide has cholesterol-related condition called, I'm going to leave it at high lipo or LP little a. That's very interesting. That can increase a person's risk of a heart attack or stroke. Joining us now to discuss are cardiologist E.G. Oma ECR Dinesho, if I'm saying that right. Hope I didn't kill it too bad. And Family Heart Foundation Ambassador and heart attack survivor, Chuck Lane. Good morning, Doctor and Chuck. How are you two doing?
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
So, Doctor, let's start with the basics. What is high lipo and why is it considered a hidden heart risk?
Well, lipoprotein A or LP little a is a specific type of cholesterol that is genetically inherited. And that just means that it's passed down in families. We know that high LP little a is associated with increased risk for heart attacks, strokes, and certain types of valvular heart disease. It is not part of a normal cholesterol panel, so you actually have to request this specific test, LP little a, from your clinician in order to find out if you have inherited this risk factor.
Chuck, you were living a healthy lifestyle when you had a heart attack. What can you tell us about that experience?
Well, in 2024, I suffered a major heart attack. It was 100% blockage in one of the arteries in my heart, commonly called the widowmaker. And before that, I had no symptoms. I'd always lived a healthy lifestyle, worked out my entire life, ate healthy. I didn't smoke. My job was physically active. So it was one of those things that pretty much blindsided me when it occurred. Luckily, a couple of months after my heart attack, my primary care physician during my annual physical added the lipoprotein A test to my normal blood work. And at that point, it came back elevated. So then I started looking for answers as what I could do next.
Doctor, how common is LP little a and who should consider getting tested?
It's very common. 1 in 5 individuals, or 20% of the population, has high LP little a. The recommendations is that everyone should get tested at least once in their lifetime. And you can simply ask your clinician to do the test for you, or you can go to the Family Heart Foundation website and they can mail you a free testing kit.
Chuck, since your heart attack, you've become an ambassador for the Family Heart Foundation. Why did you want to share your story?
Well, with my research after my diagnosis, I didn't find very good information online. It was all pretty much doom and gloom. And then I found the Family Heart Foundation's website. I reached out to one of their care navigators who gave me just invaluable information and guidance of what I could do going forward. Talking to the community that works at the Family Heart Foundation, they all have a knowledge of what you face. And so I wanted to become part of that family, and hopefully we can reach out and get people tested and save lives at that point.
Now, Chuck, you said you also been pretty healthy. You work out, you go to the gym, you do cardio?
Yes, about 5 times a week, pretty much my entire life. I had the breaks once or twice, in the middle of the life like anybody else, but pretty much consistently for the last 10 years, I was 3 to 5 times a week in the gym. My job was physical. I ate healthy most of the time, so didn't smoke. So all those things that you do to take care of yourself didn't make a difference for me, unfortunately. Actually, I just left the gym when I had a heart attack.
Doctor, are there any warning signs at all?
No, that's why it's considered a hidden risk factor. There are no warning signs of high lipoprotein A. Once you get tested, at least you're aware that you're at increased risk for having a heart attack and stroke. And you start doing things like making sure your blood pressure is well controlled, working with your doctor to ensure your cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, the LDL, is as low as possible. If you have diabetes, that's being well controlled. You're exercising. If you're smoking, that you quit smoking. There are some medications that are being investigated right now to see if lowering the LP little a prevents heart attacks and strokes. But in the meantime, one thing that we can do is make sure we're aware if we have high lipoprotein A, and then take action in reducing your risk by treating the known risk factors.
So one of the things that anybody should do more than likely is make sure they get a checkup with their regular doctor. Is that right?
Absolutely, the checkup, and then ask for the test so that you know if you in fact do have high lipoprotein A.
Now, where can we go for more information?
You can go to the Family Heart Foundation's website, lpaaware.org. That's lpaaware.org. And there you can actually get a free testing kit that will be mailed to you and some more information about lipoprotein A.
You know, what's really interesting to me is I'm a movie critic, and I got to see a movie last week called Andre is an Idiot. And it was about colon cancer. And now I'm hearing about this. Yeah, I see you smiling, Chuck. You know how men are. We're supposed to be indestructible. We're not. We're definitely not. We need to be very yeah, we need to be very careful and see our doctor, do regular checkups. Dr. Chuck, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.